You see me back here? Look at me, look. You see? Yeah. Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to here.
Today I'm going to give you a tiny little list of all the things you need to learn in order to have fretboard freedom, okay? Or at the very least, start to have fretboard freedom. So the very first thing is, you need a ball of Fruit Loops. Get over yourself. Second thing. And this thing here is non-discussionable. Okay? And that is learning where all the notes on the fretboard are, okay? And I know that sounds a little annoying and like, is there a shortcut? Can I not do that? No, you really can't, I'm sorry to tell you. And it's really not that hard. I'll link a video down below where I tell you exactly how to go about memorizing all the notes. But it's very important, okay, because all musical structures, chords, scales, whatever it is, they're all applied to the fretboard by way of notes, okay? And if you don't know where they are, how are you gonna do that? Tell me that, answer me that question right now. Here's the answer. You can't. For example, if you wanted to plug in a C major chord, you need to know where a C note is, right? I have a C note here, C major. Of course, you could bypass this by memorizing exact positions of chords, right, on the fretboard, but that's not freedom. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about freedom. Freedom! Memorizing where the notes are takes us from having to memorize exact chord positions. This is A major here, this is E major here, to not having to rely on that memory at all, okay? We could just freehand it whenever we want. This is my dance about watermelon cake. I got watermelon cake in my fridge. The next thing you need to know is have some basic chord shapes memorized, okay? And of course, it is ideal and the goal to have all of them, if not as many as possible, memorized. But even just learning the very basics, so just major and minor chords, a few of the chord shapes, right, will take you very far. So the first little bundle of chords that you want to learn are the E-shaped major chord, the E-shaped minor chord, the A-shaped major chord, and the A-shaped minor chord. And just with these shapes alone, you could play any progression you'd like pretty much. And so knowing those chord shapes alone doesn't mean much, but coupled with the fact that we now have our notes memorized, it's great, okay? And then once you take that even further and add even more chord shapes to your repertoire, okay, you could just hop around everywhere on the fretboard. Here's a demonstration. Let's play a 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of C major. So that's gonna be C major, F major, and G major. So great, I have that progression in mind, okay? So what's happening now is I'm taking a look at the fretboard and the C, F, and G notes are coming out at me, right? They're coming out at me because I have memorized where they are. Couple that with the chord shapes that I have memorized, okay? I can now merge the two. Here we go now. Say what now? Okay, yeah. You know? And so there was no memory involved there in terms of, you know, the positions. I was able to see the notes and plug in the shapes appropriately, okay? And I'll leave a link to a video where I talk about exactly how to do that, okay? How to plug in chord shapes around notes if you want to learn about that. But that's why this is very important. Notes, chord shapes, okay? That's the sound my car is making. Is that bad? And the next thing that you're going to want to learn to have fretboard freedom is to learn scales, of course, but also not only scales, but how they connect to one another and how to move them to different keys, okay? And so again, I'll leave a link down below where I talk about all that, but essentially our scale shapes are like puzzle pieces. They click together. And once you have that visualized and conceptualized exactly where they connect, where the bridges are, you can move through them and it opens up the entire fretboard laterally, okay? As opposed to having to stick in between, you know, your one little boxes or your one little scale shapes. And the only way to go about doing that is to visualize their points of connection, okay? So you gotta do that too. Hello, no, send him away. Okay, bye. And so essentially, okay, listen to me. The entire moral of this video here is the way to fretboard freedom, in my opinion, settle down, is having the notes memorized and having your chords and scales visualized, okay? That's That's what you want to focus on. And so that's really it, okay? That's my list. I don't know. That's it. I just want to give you a list of things that you want to learn and focus on. And I'll link links down below where I talk about how to go about learning all of these specific things on this list here, okay? If you want to do that, it's down there. Okay, here's a puzzle. You want it? Take a puzzle. And so that's all, everyone. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget, every time you open up your pudding mix and you mix in a bit of vanilla paste, and that's great, but then you ruin it once you put coconut shreds. That's so stupid. Don't put coconut shreds in your pudding mix vanilla paste. It's very bad for you. Well, yeah. Want to see my sweater? Don't forget to go to meganchurchmusic.com, get yourself a little sweater. And if you want extra materials, okay, to practice all these things, take a look at the 70s and Guitar eBooks. The 70s and Guitar Study eBook will especially help you. It is a chord, scale, and theory reference book, all organized in a cage system, okay? So you could have all of your chord shapes visualized, all the scale shapes connected, visualized, and all that, you know? We also got the 70s and Beginner Guitar Guide. That's gonna help you on your beginner journey, if that's what you need. And we also got a course, Key to Music Theory Walter course. We go through the absolute fundamentals of music. If you want to start to learn music theory, this is where you start, okay? Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube on camera for the world to see. And if you want to, take a look at the YouTube memberships. We got memberships up there, okay? You get badges, custom emojis, just a way to support the channel if you want to. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for bringing. Thanks for all that you do. Everything that you've ever done in your life is great. And don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. I love that you have spent your time trying to unionize the Pepperidge Farm. And I think it's really great and really honorable. And if anyone ever tells you that's a waste of your time because, one, you don't belong to Pepperidge Farm. And you don't even know what it is. Let me tell you something. They're haters. Look at the sweater. Look at my sweater. Look, I'm knitting a sweater. You see? Look. You go like that. Like that, like that, go like that, you go like that, you go like that. Yeah. I'm just a girl and I don't have insurance. So, puzzles, you know? Don't forget, did you know that insurance is really all about insuring your rinse? You know when you shampoo, rather rinse, repeat the rinse part. So stupid. It's the stupidest thing I've ever said. Whenever you go to your job, I want you to think about the fact that there are aliens underwater. Huh? Okay, thanks. Thanks for that. Oh, I have Fruit Loops. They're Fruit Loops. No. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Barry. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget all of the times that you ever went to the picnic store where they sell wicker baskets and little plastic spoons and mugs that you put on and you hook into the basket so that they don't roll away down the mountain. There's a class action lawsuit against them because what they were doing is they were stealing spoons from their neighbor's kitchen. That's all, everyone. Okay, that's it. That's all. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, bye now.